My view is now that we have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint, the states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land, in this case, the law of the state. Many states will be different. Many will have a different number of weeks, or some will have more conservative than others, and that's what they will be. At the end of the day, this is all about the will of the people. You must follow your heart or, in many cases, your religion or your faith. Do what's right for your family and do what's right for yourself. Do what's right for your children. Do what's right for our country and vote. So important to vote.
It is jarring to watch this man brazenly lie. Like we don't know what is coming with him in power, not to mention Republicans having both the House, Senate, and Supreme Court, plus the outcome of a federal abortion ban looming. Thus,
what do you think of the world right now? Things feel okay now to you? Are you scared?
Not really.
Because I know there's the election, right?
Yes.
Do you what are people truly scared of, do you think, when they talk about Trump? But what is it? I kind of start to wonder, what do people be scared of?
I can tell you right. I mean, so for me, I didn't love either candidate here. I really didn't understand being enthusiastic about either candidate. I think, I'm not a Trump guy, obviously. I think he is dangerous, and the things that I'm scared of the most, and the thing that made me lean towards Kamala was, more than anything, was the Supreme Court, and that it would be, if it's put under like far right control for the next however long. We've already seen, women's right to, over their bodies, the abortion, Roe v. Wade's been overturned, which I think is really dangerous. That's going to really affect women's health care. Already in states that banned it, you see they're getting less just general OBGYN care because it's more dangerous to be a doctor in those states. So we don't think about it trickles down. So it's harder to get just general health care, let alone abortion, in Texas now for women. And that's only going to get harder in rural states. And I think for me, that was the number one issue. That's really scary to me.
Well, leave it to none other than comedian Stavros Halkias, who you can see make appearance after appearance on Haas's Twitch stream, to go on Theo Vaughn's podcast and set the record straight for Theo's audience.
We're going to have to seal up those borders.
He made immigration the centerpiece of his campaign.
We're like a garbage can for the world.
And when he's back in the White House, President-elect Trump has promised to immediately crack down with mass deportations of people in the country illegally.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history to get the criminals out.
To do that, Trump has said he'll mobilize the military and local police. But he's offered few specific details on how it will actually work. With 11 million undocumented people living in the U.S., the process would be expensive and complicated. One report puts the price tag at an estimated $88 billion a year to hire new ICE agents, build detention camps, and carry out legal processing.
The craziest part about this is that all of this money could have gone towards infrastructure. It could have gone towards healthcare, better schools, paid sick leave, childcare, tax credits, and much more. But the game plan concocted by the likes of Trump and Stephen Miller is to blame non-white people and use our tax dollars to deport them. It's a joke that Stavros calls out.
Well, especially with the border being open and they're letting us in. It's, you know what I'm saying, though? It's like you're just...
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's the best time to repeal that.
Yeah. If we're going to follow your logic and you claim they got coming in, maybe we should also keep abortion. But, I think we got plenty of homegrown too, but
yeah. We've got our own.
Sure.
Union guys.
We've got some heirloom American for sure.
Incredible. When faced with a jab from his fellow comedian Theo Vaughn, Stavros navigates the waters incredibly well and delivers a message that should resonate with the masses. The data also backs up his point.
Elon Musk pledges $45 million a month to Donald Trump's campaign.
Come on up here, Elon. He created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Just take over.
Hi, everyone. As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA.
As cringe as it is to think about what we are witnessing, the richest man in the world, who quipped if Trump didn't win, he may be thrown in jail, hedged his bets using government subsidies, our taxpayer money, to funnel to Trump and secure more wealth and power by having his Manchurian candidate. It is preposterous.
And I think you can really see stuff that we take for granted as progress. Gay marriage is another thing. There's a really weird cultural, I think this is what happens anytime the party that's backed by the powers that be, big business, the rich people, the richest people in the world want far right politicians. And I think if they
still?
Absolutely, without question.
I feel like tech is now. I just feel like the parties have
Elon Musk
changed.
is a huge Trump guy.
That's a good point.
I think rich people will support whoever's in power, number one, but they want to transfer wealth from the poor to the rich. They've been really good at doing it. The biggest issue, I think, the reason the Democrats lost is because they pretend that there is no problem. It's like that's f***ing crazy.
This is an analysis that MSNBC should be gushing over. Stavros discards the talking points from the right, has a laugh, and breaks down why the Dems lost. In turn, it's a clear indication of how the party must shift, or they will continue losing elections.
Americans feel like they're still being price gouged, even as inflation has come down. In many ways, they're right. If we take a closer look at a few of the biggest drivers of inflation, we'll see that some corporations are still using their power and shady techniques. Of course, much more needs to be done. Americans are struggling to get by, while corporations are raking it in. We need to keep tackling corporate power.
I love this guy's videos. In addition, Stavros adds more to the conversation on Theo Vaughn's show.
There are issues here. It is more expensive. I think inflation, a big part of inflation is that companies realize they can just charge you more and say it's somebody else's fault. A lot of it's price gouging. That's true. And
everything gets so much more expensive.
And companies are, some of it is just real inflation, but some of it is companies are hiding behind inflation. And like, Democrats did nothing to stop price gouging, right? They didn't even say they were going to do it. You can't tell people that things are going good when they're just clearly not.
Exactly. And even as the Justice Department was investigating price gouging, it did not resonate with voters because at the end of the day, the Harris campaign ran a center-right campaign that displayed how she was more prone to listening to an Uber executive than someone struggling.
Liz Cheney really is a leader. I tell you, I have never voted for a Democrat. But this year, I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
Don't let the Dem establishment like Jamie Harrison gaslight you. This was an objectively poorly run campaign.
It sucks because they offered, the Democratic Party has become like, they were going after Dick Cheney, and who's like,
it was so bizarre.
It's crazy because they're going after policy-wise, moderates, Republican people who most working class people don't agree with the economic stuff that they're saying. And then culturally, it bothers me when you become a party of like tattletales. It's become a party of like middle managers that want to get mad at you if you say the wrong thing. And it's like, that's not the most important issue. The most important issue for people is that things are more, they have no health care. Wage inequality is out of control. People's wages have not kept pace with how much bosses are earning.
Well, yeah. Well, what percent? I mean, Bernie Sanders said greatly that he thought if AI starts to happen for companies, right? So companies are making more money because of AI because they don't need people.
Yeah.
Right. Then some of that money should go to the employees.
Of course.
As opposed and cut it down their hours for the week. Now you give them a better life instead of just making it where, well,
we don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you don't get anything and we keep all the profits.
Amen to that, Brother Stavros. Amen. men. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.